Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to some OP replay, some hold my beer. And today we have two battles with only one player. Yes, we're going to use the same player twice. He sent me two replays and I thought, you know what, let's give him the limelight. So first up, we have a a decent damage game in the Vickers Light, and it is driven by LB Vamos, and I believe he's from the Asian server, I think. So the Vickers Light is a great tank, and he is literally using it straight away as it is intended. As a light tank, he's gone straight up on Normandy, spotted the tanks, and you can see him he's not exposing himself, he's only trying to sort of show his turret, and if he can't get his gun down, he's not going to fully expose himself, which is great play. Now he can see the team going to the left side, and which means he can sort of be more aggressive on this right side. And here now is the T-57 Heavy, who decides to go for him rather than the I think it's the FV2 whatever tank is here, I can't really see. So that was unfortunate, but he did get a nice bounce from that guy. So nice shot there and into the TVP. So now the Jaegeru is still sitting at the back. Lovely shot there into the Jaegeru, and you can still see him holding this hill. This tank, the Vickers, has a nice turret and it can bounce some. You can see he's already bounced 400 from the T-57 Heavy, so it can bounce, and it's almost OP. It is almost OP with the armor. It's got too nice of a turret. I don't think it should have the turret armor that it does have. Along with everything else, it has the DPM, it has the speed, it has Hesh. It's an all-round fantastic tank, and you can just see him bouncing everything there that is coming his way. So the 1100 blocked damage in a light tank is absolutely stupid. Now he has what does he do here? Now he has the option to either stay here and help his team from the right side, or go towards these heavy tanks. Now I was actually pretty shocked to see him go towards this right side, but all in all, it was good play, because he can hide himself from the TDs, and there is two mouses here, so he's actually helping his team, like the majority of the team. You can see if you look at the mini map, the majority of his team are around here, and they are just bringing the HP from these mouses down. So good choice there. And when I thought originally it was the wrong choice, like to go this way, but you know, having a look around, it's definitely the right choice. I know there's only a couple of tanks to the right, but most of his team are around this side of the map, and there is only two mouses here, and with the position he is in, he is able to hide from them TDs. So the mouse's HP is literally just going down and down and down, and his damage is just going up and up and up. So he's on 3.8k damage now, and his team are falling apart. The team on the right side wasn't able to hold off this T-57 Heavy and the TVP, so he's just literally falling back a bit just to keep these guys from flanking around, which is a good choice. He has the hit points and he has the DPM to deal with these. So whilst his team are holding off the mouses, and you can see some of them are actually pushing on the mouses, which probably isn't the right choice to push on the mouses because of the TDs. There's still three TDs around, so he's still holding fire, and just him alone, he is stopping these two tanks, the T-57 and the TVP, from flanking around the back of his team. And of course his teammate here in the Kranwagen has now came to help him. I don't think that was the right choice, his teammate help him, because now the team, you can see the TVP there rushing towards the other side of the map, where these two guys have just left these the heavy tanks, especially the mouse. So yeah, I mean, it was a bit difficult and well read there from that TVP, to be honest. They read that the two tanks that come down here, which left the mouse isolated, and these mouses are still alive. Well, at least one of the mouse is still alive. So he's now managed to farm up 5.7k damage. Nice high roll there, and it is a 3 versus 5. It's a 3 versus 5. Really needs to clear this mouse, and he does just that. Still, there are 3 TDs, so even though he's still full hit points, he can lose a lot of his hit points just like that from one shot, and all of a sudden he's a one shot to these TDs. So he is going to try and clear the Jaegeru. Is he going to rush him? He probably should rush him, to be fair, even though there is a grill there. So now there goes the Jaegeru. He's going to leave the grill for now because the grill actually looks AFK. So well read there. And well played in not just going for damage. I like that with players, not just going for damage. He wants the win. He's on 6.4k damage. There goes the TVP. Is the grill AFK? We don't know. At the minute, he stayed in the same position, but he's just going to farm this FV4005 now, who is on a reload. So he's trying to get out of there, but unfortunately, you can't really run away from a Vickers, and the grill is AFK. So he's just going to farm up some damage now. I'm assuming he's platoon mate. He's probably leaving him the damage. They're probably either on voice together, and he's probably said to him, "Look, dude, I'm on 8k damage. Can you just leave the damage for me?" Which is no problem. I have no problems with that. The game is a win. They're against an AFK. Why not leave him the damage? And because he left him the damage, he is going to get himself 9,000 damage. So they played well together. They pushed together. They worked as a team. They worked as a platoon. And all in all, yes, there was an AFK. But I thought they played really, really well. Good pushes, good going for the tank that they needed to go for. But also the TVP I thought did really, really well there. Doctor Strange, he did really well, and of course so did the FV4005. So GG there, both of these guys, 9,000 and then almost 3,000, crazy amount of damage, and 1979 base XP. So even though he done the damage, the XP wasn't that high. 34 shots taken, 29 of them pen. So that's quite a lot of shots, to be honest. So let's go back to LB Vamos, and this time he is driving the Centurion 7-1. Now, perfect matchmaking for him, almost perfect matchmaking for him. He is a tier 9 and he is up against 5 tier 8s. Now, when you are in this situation, you're top tier, you need to sort of you need to hold the team together. I mean, when you're up against 5 tier 8s and you're one of the only tier 9s, you need to sort of do your job. I hate it when I'm in a tier 8. Sometimes there's even sort of 6 tier 8s and 1 tier 9, and then that 1 tier 9 is just a complete and utter noob. Yeah, but this game, he is driving the Cent 7-1. What's good about the Cent 7-1? It's got a nice turret. It obviously has the Hesh. I love these tanks. I actually prefer the FE4202 than this, mainly because of the speed. It hasn't got the turret that this tank has got, but all in all, most people do actually prefer the Centurion over the Cent because you do have that Hesh and you're up against tier 8s. And you can see, yes, that was a bit of a failed shot on the Object 252U there, but you could see he could pen him. He could pen him if he would have hit the right spot. So that is what I love about Hesh. You can pen almost everything, and was an unfortunate Amarak on the CDC there. That was get wrecked kind of moment. So he's only on 300 damage at the moment. There's 1 tank down from his team, and I like the fact that he's sitting behind his team as well. He's using the gun depression. He's not front line. Being front line in this, yes, it does have the turret, but being front line, you will get wrecked. And I like the fact that he's just sitting behind his team. He is the tier 9. He's just letting the enemy team bleed out his tier 8s, and while they're doing that, he's just getting some nice damage in. So now he's going to work with the T54, of course, is the other tier 9, and he's going to now make the Hesh work, and just over 500 roll into the AMX there. So he's got a few nice shots here. He's got either the Pajero. He has options. He has plenty of options, and he's just going to wait. And again, he's not rushing these guys. He's just sitting behind. You can see the Glacial is front line. There's 2 tanks down. He is not at any time looking at just going sort of full guns blazing, YOLOing. He's capping the base now just to put a little bit more pressure on the enemy team. Even though his team are losing on supremacy points, they are 3 tanks down to the enemy's 1. And I mean, that's what I mean about the Hesh. That was a lovely Hesh into the bottom plate of one of the most broken tier 8 tanks. That is what I love. Hesh is love, you know. Everyone loves Hesh if you can use it right. Nice shot there into the into the Pantera. I don't know how he managed to get that shot, but he just manages to get the shot. But now he's started to lose a little bit of hit points, and a motion coming towards you is not really what you want when he is full hit points. So what he's going to do is just going to back up. He's going to try and get a shot there on the motion. Unfortunately, it doesn't pay off, and then he's just going to relocate. There's a couple of, I mean, I wouldn't go for the motion just yet. It is a 2 versus 3. If he can use Hesh against any of these other 2 tanks, which is exactly what he's going to do. He's going to bleed these tanks down before he goes for the motion. There's no point going for the motion. You can't really Hesh him unless you've got the side or the rear of that motion. So he's going for the tanks that he can actually Hesh. Now the motion misses his shot. The Pantera gets a nice shot in, and now he's just going to sit back because he has all the tanks coming towards him. So 4,100 damage now. Is this AMX on a reload? I'm not quite sure if he's on a reload, but if he's not, he should be now. So if he actually rushes this AMX, it's only going to take him 2 shots to clear him, and he's on a big reload. But of course, he has to be careful of that motion, and he now knows that this guy's definitely got to be on a reload. He does take a shot from the motion, but he knows that this AMX is on a reload now. So he's just going to rush him, and you can see the reload. I mean, the reload is not as good as most mediums, but of course it does the Hesh, so it's not going to be like a reload sort of 5 seconds. It is a bit of a long reload, but you have that damage output you can do. If this had like the DPM, or not the DPM, the reload of like a T54, etc., it would be absolutely broken. Now, as I've said at the beginning, the turret on this is troll. It's not impenetrable. I mean, it can be penetrated, but it's still a strong turret, and it's not the quickest of mediums. So you have to bear that in mind, but it does have nice gun depression, and when you're using that gun depression with the turret, then you can actually do really well in the tank. And as you can see, this guy's bounced 1,000 damage, which isn't a lot, but considering he's only got 191 hit points left, it's not bad. He's done his job. He's on 5.6k damage. Now the motion has recall base C, so they are now going to start building their supremacy points up, and of course he's still on over 1,300 HP. So now, which is what I said, he's going to use that turret. Now if he sits in a certain position and not move, then the motion will be able to aim at the weak points and easily be able to get the shots off on the turret. So if you are hold down, constantly move your turret. Don't make it easy for the enemy team, which is exactly what he's doing. He's just sitting here behind this. You can see that he's able to get a shot off, but the motion's only going to see a tiny fraction of his turret. Now the motion is almost getting a shot from the turret there, but now with only a minute and a half left, he's going to play a little bit more aggressive. He's going to get a little bit closer, and he's going to try and bait this motion. As you can see, he's going forward, he's going back. Is he going to get a shot? He backs up, and he backs up just at the right time for the motion to shoot, and he is able to take him out. So that was a very, very nice Kolobanov there. Ends with a 1,090 block damage, and he ends on 7,380 damage. He gets the ace, Top Gun, high caliber, a well-deserved Kolobanov as well. 1,747 base XP. The AMX 5120 did a really, really good job. Maybe he shouldn't have rushed when he did. Maybe he should have waited for the motion to push together. So that was unfortunate, and that could have been actually a really nice game for the AMX, and probably an ace if he would have won that. But well played to LB Vamos there. Both of them games absolutely incredible. Thank you for sending me those replays in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.
With